Hello, my name is Mark and welcome to I'm Organic Gardening. I want to give you an update on these beautiful Daikon radishes that I planted about 4 months ago, and I haven't showed them in the last month and a half, but they have received a cold treatment, meaning freezing for quite some time. We got down to about 7 degrees Fahrenheit and even colder. We haven't gotten too much snow, only about 2 inches, but it's been kind of going back and forth temperature wise. Right now it's about 36 degrees and we're out here in the middle of January. But I want to show you what they look like after they get frozen and start decaying. So let me get you a close-up and I'll show you what's going on, and we'll dig a couple holes and see how the soil is going on with our cover crop of Daikon radishes. You can see here, due to all our freezing weather that we've had for the last month and a half, that all those Daikon radishes have frozen off what they're supposed to do. This is completely normal, and this is what I expected them to do, but I want to share this with you so you can see what's going on here. Now, we'll even take a closer look at some of those large, let's say, tubers or radishes that we had, and they have slowly been freezing, and their cells are decaying in the ground. But we'll take a good close look at what and how it does for our soil in the ground here. And that's very interesting because this is, again, a winter kill cover crop that we're going to nourish our soil again with. We're going to open that soil up. We're going to let that organic matter decompose into the ground, and it's going to show us its process this spring when I plant up, let's say, some sweet corn in here and give all those nutrients to that sweet corn plants or the corn. Here's what they look like about a month and a half ago before they started freezing. You can see I'm holding that Daikon radish in my hand, how large that radish is, and you can see all the green tops on all the other radish in that 1,000 square foot area. Now, let's take a look what they look like now. Here's a nice view of one of those large Daikon radishes. Now I'm going to slowly pull this out of the ground. Hopefully well, how can I explain this? It is hollow, it is soft, there's very little weight to it right now, and this is going to break off. It almost kind of looks like a sweet potato, like so. Now, they do smell quite a bit sometimes because they're rotting. But here you can see it's just fibrous material. Now, let me go get a shovel. I'll be right back here. And this is what I want to show you. Over here, we're going to go right into the ground here, right next to this. And see, I'm going to take this up like so. Oh, this is huge. The ground is a little bit frozen now. See, I want to show you this. What we have here, oh, it's slimy. Oh, now here's our Daikon radish in the ground here. Now you can see that it's rotten on top like so, but the rest of the radish is still quite active and quite alive in the ground. And you can see where the line here is just basically right here on the surface where it's rotten, and all this other stuff here is, let's say, this is split up or something like that in different root sections, and that's why it was hard to get out of the ground. But again, here's my soil that I'm showing you here, and that's what it looks like. Nice, it's aerated and perfect. Now again, we're getting lots of rain, so that's what I want to do here, is get that rain down inside that hole, which is allowing to do an air, and then bringing that let's say carbon dioxide that's being eaten by the microbes down here back up out of the ground, and they will eat this will decay. I have another about 3 months or so to have this rotten, but we have all the tops rotten off so far, and it looks very good, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And here's more of a close-up of all those other Daikon radishes. It almost looks like a webbing across, but see that all those leaves that are decomposing is just stopping that soil from, let's say, washing away over winter or from snow or anything else either. This is the coverage after a while that actually, for like the last month and a half, like I says, we've had freezing weather, and it's breaking that all down by just decaying. It's not so much the microbes, it's just purely the weather right now. now just activating and just, let's say, freezing and refreezing and decaying everything and just making its own little cover or step on top of the ground here. So over here where I was standing is in my cover crop of daikon radishes that are dying off that I just explained to you. Now, what I also want to show you here, and I want you to kind of understand the difference, is now here's my other planting bed. I have purple dead nettle in here, I have henbit, and I have chickweed. These are natural things that grows in my area in zone 6B here in the state of New Jersey. And I also save seed to go down instead of like planting a cover crop. This is my cover crop. This is my natural cover crop. By showing you this, I want to give you the difference because that other cover crop died off and is slowly decaying, which is good. That's about, on a scale of 1 to 10, that's about an 8. But over here, this is a 10 out of 10. Why is it? Because we have a living root in the ground of these 3 items that are growing naturally in my area. And this is how nature works. It revives itself whether you help it or not. Now, there's processes of putting more carbon back in the ground, but what we have here is a living root underneath that very green vegetables, and this survived down to like 7 degrees or down to even to 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's doing a great job. But that's living root is growing mycorrhizal fungi in the ground inside the soil, while the other one is not. So this one, like I said, is a 10 out of a 10. Now let me see if I can pull something up here, and I don't think the ground's too frozen, and then we'll see how big that root system is. Okay, let's see if we can give this a nice little pull here, and we can see how much the roots are. Cover cropping is all about the roots. I'm going to break the tops right off here. Oh, let me get my shovel. Now let's go underneath this plant like so and pop it out. Oh, the roots are quite extensive. Now you can see here, I'm going to break this off like I said. That's our nice little root system. All this here is growing mycorrhizal fungi in the soil, and that's opening up even more passageway than, let's say, the oilseed radish. Now, that's what I'm saying. Now, I use a lot of winter rye, but you can use, again, a cover crop of, let's say, clover in your area, if it's good. Now, in the springtime, you just break off the top of this plant here and separate it from the roots. You don't till it in the soil or anything else either, and that's it. Then you use this as green manure or compost, and then you leave the roots in the ground to basically open up that soil. Again, aerate it, get air and water in the ground. Again, you don't pull it out like I did, it's just a demonstration, but you have all this green cover so you don't lose your soil. I want to thank you very much for watching today's little video. I just want to give you a clear update of what the daikon radishes are doing at this time of the year. They're all on track to give me some nice nutrient-dense soil, so I have some nice nutrient-dense vegetables or sweet corn next year that I'll be planting here. And I enjoy you watching all the time, and happy gardening. If you can, please subscribe and give a good thumbs up. Thanks, and I'll see you again shortly. Bye.